O-Level Biology 5090, Chapter 12, Disease and Immunity, Part 1. First of all, pathogen. Pathogen is a disease-causing agent. And simply we can say that a pathogen is a biological agent or disease. The examples can be bacteria, virus, fungi. All they are the pathogens which cause different types of infections in the living organisms. So the diseases which are caused by these pathogens are called as infectious diseases, or they are called as communicable diseases because they are transferred from one person to the other. So they are called as transmissible diseases. The one person can spread the infection to the other people. So these pathogens are responsible for the transmission of diseases. A healthy person can have the different types of infection in the body if the other persons who are around them are having those infections. So they are transferred with the help of these pathogens. When we shake hands with the person who is having the infection in the body, then the disease can be transferred from one person to the other person. So there is one method of direct contact, that is the transmission is by direct contact. So microorganisms directly transferred from an infected person to another person, as I have already told you, by you can say shaking hands or by touching each other. So these diseases can be transferred. Contact with blood or other body fluids. So body fluids uh, and contact with the blood or other body fluids, and ungloved contact with a scabies infested patient. So the person who has an infection, so without gloves, if you are dealing with them, so it can cause the infection. Ungloved contact with wounds or mucous membranes. So all these are the different methods of direct contact transmission. And the other method is by which uh, the infection is transferred. So that is indirect contact. So indirect contact may involve infection from pathogens on contaminated surfaces. Contaminated surfaces, as we are preparing the food, we are cooking the food, we are cutting the meat on cutting boards, and we are using the same cutting board first of all for the vegetables or for meat, or same cutting boards without washing. It is a, you can say, a vital source of causing the infection or spreading the infection, because when we cut the meat and we do not wash it, so the after sometimes the bacteria are produced in the meat which can cause infection. So in this way the different methods are there with the help of which the this infection can be transferred from one person to the other. There are some defensive system in the body. The saliva, the saliva antibacterial enzymes are there in the saliva which help us to uh, prevent different types of infections. Tears, antibacterial enzymes, same in the tears, the antibacterial enzymes are there. Mucus linings also traps the dust and particles and microorganisms which can cause infection. And there are good gut bacteria out compete bad. You know, the good gut bacteria are those bacteria which are present in our stomach and skin. You know, it prevents the entry of different types of microorganisms. and stomach acid also there, which helps to kill the bacteria or the harmful infectious pathogens when they try to enter into our body. So these are the first lines of defense of our body, which help us to defend against different types of diseases or infections. First of all, we will discuss the one first type of disease, which is called as malaria. Malaria is caused by a pathogen, which is microorganism and called as Plasmodium. Plasmodium is that pathogen which is the cause of this malaria. And malaria, but it is transferred by vector. Vector is a mosquito. Female, female mosquito, Anopheles, which is which acts as a vector to transfer the plasmodiums from one person to the other person. So what happens when these plasmodium enter into the body of a healthy person? So how the vectors play their role in this? So in this way, you can see that first infected mosquito. First infected mosquito means the mosquito which has bitten a person with plasmodium in the blood. So that was the person who having this infection, malarial infection in the body. So when that mosquito bites that person, then uh, it means now plasmodiums are in the mosquito's mouth, now from or saliva. And then if that mosquito bites another healthy person, then it will transfer the plasmodium into the body of that person. So from in that person, if they are present in the blood, if they are transferred into the blood of that person, then from the blood, they will enter, those plasmodiums will enter into the liver. They will make burrows over there. They will make burrows over there. They will damage the tissues of the liver after 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. They will, the daughter cells will come out of the liver and they will invade the red blood cells. So red blood cells will also become infected with the plasmodium. So they will also be damaged. So if another mosquito bite the person having this severe type of infection, if then that mosquito will bite another healthy person. So in this way, the mosquitoes, they play their role in spreading the plasmodium from one infectious person to the other healthy person. So in this way, this cycle is continued. That is, the plasmodiums are transferred with the help of mosquitoes, and mosquitoes play the role of vector. And at the end of this cycle, you can say this cycle cannot be ended. So mosquitoes are always there. So they are helpful to spread the plasmodium. So they in a simple sense, you can say that they are helping the plasmodium to spreading the different types of infection, or they are harmful for us as they are causing this infection to us. How can we prevent from malarial infection? There are simple methods. We can use the mosquito nets if we are sleeping outside our houses, or whether we are inside, we can use these mosquito nets. We can eliminate the mosquitoes' habitats by spraying kerosene oils or different medicines. We can use mosquito repellents when we sleep at night, or pay special attention to the children. The children should be protected from the bite of the mosquitoes. Then we can treat our clothes by using different disinfectants in the detergents, we must know the symptoms of the malaria. That it will be better to get medicine at the same, at, you can say, proper time. Wear long sleeve cloths and keep our home clean. So in this way, we can prevent ourselves from malaria. The next disease is AIDS, which is caused by HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. So the AIDS is acquired immune deficiency syndrome. So AIDS is caused with HIV, which is human immunodeficiency virus. So it is a severe type of infection. We can say we should protect ourselves from this HIV to keep. So how do this HIV is transferred from one person to the other? By unprotected sex. First of all, this is AIDS is sexually transmitting disease, or HIV is transferred through unprotected sex. Secondly, if infected needles, if we are using the same needle for the different persons, so it can cause the disease, or in this way the HIV can enter into the body. Blood transfusion, and if we do the blood transfusion by without testing, then if the person are having HIV, then it will be transferred to the other. Secondly, if the mother having uh, HIV, or she is HIV positive, she is HIV positive, so what can happen? Then the baby or the fetus will also be the carrier of HIV virus. So in this way, the mother can transfer uh, the HIV to her fetus. Already told you that HIV causes the AIDS. So the people who are infected with this virus may not have any symptoms and may not realize they have become infected. So when they come to know about the disease, that then the infection is very severe in the body. So they have, sometimes you can say, um, it is very harmful. That is, they are not aware about the disease, that they have having this disease in their body, or they have HIV in their body. How can we control, or the different controlling methods? Using medicines to treat HIV. So the treatment is necessary. That is, first of all, you have to take treatment HIV using medicines to prevent HIV. You can say the medicines, you can say, can be taken before HIV. Using condoms, or use of condoms is compulsory. Having only low risk sex, only having partners with the same HIV status, and not having sex can all effectively reduce risk. So these are the different methods with the help of which the people can protect themselves from HIV. But one more thing is that there should not be the use of um, infected syringes. Disposable syringes should be used. And blood transfusion, before blood transfusion, the people should be tested. The donors should be tested. So in this way, we can protect ourselves from different types of diseases. Another disease is, which is cholera, which is caused by the bacteria. This is a bacterial disease, and it is caused by the consumption of food, contaminated food and water. Contaminated food and water can cause this infection into the body. So the common causes which could communicate the Vibrio cholera is an endemic area are unimproved water sources, non-potable water, water pipelines leaks, open defecation, poor sanitation, and poor hygiene. So these can be the causes to cause an endemic in the world. So next, how the cholera bacteria causes the disease, how it when it enters into the body. So firstly, most people infected don't become ill. Why not? They don't show, most of the time they don't show the symptoms. They act as the carrier. So when it enters into the small intestine, so its location is small intestine, where it invades small intestine, and in the small intestine it produces a toxin, collagen. So due to this toxin, the inner linings or the epithelial linings are damaged, and due to damage of these epithelial lines, the chlorides flow out into the lumen of the intestine, due to which the this will lowers the water potential of the intestine. So what will happen? Water then moves by osmosis from the intestine cells into the lumen, causing diarrhea, and which can lead to dehydration due to loss of water. So in this way, cholera can be very harmful. So now I would like to discuss the importance of clean water supply to avoid from cholera. Transport nutrients and oxygen throughout the body, because the water acts as a transporting system. So it transports the nutrients and oxygen throughout the body. It also lubricate and cushion joints. It is helpful for our joints, protect organs and tissues. It removes the waste out of the body. It regulates our body temperature, and it also aid in digestion. So in this way, the water play a vital role in the in our body by performing, by helping in different reactions, or you can say the activities of the body. So in this way, I would like to say that water has its own importance in our body. So thanks for watching my video. In the next video, inshallah, we will discuss the second part, Thank you so much.